Virgo, how are you? I am bringing you a reading for Virgo, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. It is a general reading for the collective, so it may not resonate with everyone. Just take what speaks to you, leave the rest. Not a lot going on in the cosmos. We do still have Venus retrograde, and Mercury is about to station retrograde on the 14th, is when he'll turn around. So for the second half of January, we will have those two planets retrograde being pulled back. Maybe a little bit with our minds focused on what's been sort of bubbling up to the surface with regard to matters of the heart. So now we're going to put our mental attention to it by reviewing the past. So I just thought I'd let you know that that will be happening the second part of the month. Here's your oracle. Really fascinating. So I'm using Work Your Light, Priestess of the Light, and Sacred Destiny for everybody this month, this series of readings. And the card that you got from Work Your Light is Priestess. I love it. How are you being called to step up and lead, Virgo? How are you being called to step up and lead? The Priestess energy is a teacher dedicated to service, freedom, and leadership. So the message in this card, not even joking, it's so Virgo, it's not even funny. Drop the perfectionism. Let your life be your message, right? And then there's a little bit of a subtle twist to it. Your mess is the message, okay? That's the part that people want to learn from. That is why you all come here, right? Because I gotta show you my mess. And therefore, we're sort of all learning and growing together. So share the messy story, Virgo, and the struggles, the peaks, the valleys, just lead the way from your authentic self. So really beautiful message here. Second card is from Priestess of the Light. Card number 4, that's about boundaries, structure, foundations, summoning power, instinct, intellect, control. So I love her there with the full moon behind her and the 2 wolves by her side. If you have wolves as a spirit animal or a totem, this is confirmation of that. I also like that in both of these cards, there is this, this is the orb of the full moon, but even on the Priestess card, you can see the circle in the graphic behind her. So very similar energy. And the message of this is the Priestess of Night. And she summons the power of the full moon. So she's here to tell you you have far more power than you even realize. And you can tame your own wild impulses. So the wolves represent the wild impulses and transmute them into power, strength, and self-control. So this is about summoning your power and how to harness it. Okay? As you lead, as you take a leadership role. Someone here is stepping into their power as a teacher, as a leader, and your mess is the message. And so don't pretty it up. Don't put lipstick on it. Just be real, then be authentic. And that's where your abundance is coming from. You get the abundance card. So I'm going to read this for you because I've been making the effort to break it down so that I just give you the highlights, but this message is so good I don't want to miss a word. So here's what it says, Virgo. Everything is blossoming in life. Open yourself to receive. Abundance, fulfillment, and prosperity are ready to be activated in your life. Life desires you to prosper. You are moving toward an outpouring of money, energy, time, or love. Opportunities are limitless. However, you must take action in the direction of your dreams. Do not wait for abundance to fall in your lap. Take steps, give deeply and fully, don't hold anything back. This card reveals that this is a great time to make investments. Note to self. The more you give with a free and open heart, the more you will receive. Be grateful for what you already have, and even more will flow to you. Vroom, vroom. The motorcycle agrees. Yes, yes, it says. So, really powerful oracle here, Virgo. Take the messages for what they're worth to you. I kind of felt they were spot on. So, let's take a look at your connection. Or Virgo, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus. If you're new to the channel, welcome. I hope if you enjoy the reading and my energy that you'll consider joining us here by subscribing. And for all my sister and brother Virgos, I love you so much. Happy New Year. I hope you had good holidays and positive energy was rising up within you during the new year. Certainly has for me. I will say that. Okay. Overall energy, change, transformation, old ways being left behind, new ways breaking on the horizon. 10 of Wands, 9 of Wands. This is so freaky. Okay, let me just get the cards out. And okay, so I'm just gonna say it. These two cards just came out. Different day, different deck, different sign. Same two cards in the same order came out for Leo in this same part of the reading. So I'm only saying it because we do have a large Leo Virgo contingent. That's not all the connections, Virgo. There's plenty of others. Scorpio's here, Gemini's here, Aquarius is here, Sag is here, Taurus and Libra is here. If you're dealing with a Leo, go and watch that reading because I'm feeling there is a great deal of convergence here. They also had this 5 of Wands and the 4 of Cups as well, and the Knight of Wands. So just that's it. So what we have here is this sort of offloading. This is the past, present energy, and future energy. Normally, and what I said to them, I'll say to you, normally this is the direction it goes. 9 to the 10, right? Wrapping up a stressful situation, dealing with your exhaustion, pushing through, and there's the closure. Boom, it's done. But it's coming out in reverse. And so to some degree, I think there's something here you've been trying to offload in the past. Could be recent, could be from long ago. And yet you still kind of, there's some residual tie there. There's some residual energy that you haven't quite given up on. And it may center around some measure of unconditional love. That is divine feminine energy. And it does also represent a mothering, right? Like there's that normal mothering, nurturing, caring energy that comes along with the Empress that I feel you're almost mothering yourself, or you were at least through this phase. Present energy is, we have the Magician. There's some Virgo energy with Gemini manifesting, but there's a conflict. There's interference, something getting in the way, and you're not happy about it. It's bringing you some measure of dissatisfaction. It could even be that you're just feeling emotionally detached, and that's kind of maybe tempers are brewing. You know, you get frustrated. There's frustration in the 5 of Wands as well, but it feels like there's interference with regard to your manifestation. Okay, where are you headed? Wishes being granted, messages of love being delivered. Somebody returns. Yeah. Now, do they return to stay, or is it an in and out kind of a thing? That's part of the problem with the Knight of Wands, so we'll have to look to the clarifiers for that. But things will be different no matter what. So let's start with the Death card. Yes. Oh my gosh. I'm not even going to say it again. All the same cards for Leo. 5 of Swords, 9 of Swords, and the Moon here. You may still be sweating it out here, Virgo. This heralds some change, yes, and something that has to die off, but it feels like it's taking its time exiting your auric field. You're still sort of plagued by the 5 of Swords energy of sabotage. Something that is already done and has completed is lingering. in your unconscious awareness, triggering insecurities and fears, feeling a little PTSD-ish to me from some situation where you felt you were set up or dealt with in a very intentionally cruel way. And I feel like you've tried to offload it, but it lingers. It still lingers. Okay, so let's look at the 10 and 9 of Wands. Yes, there's the Death card again. So something did end, but you kind of saw the light. That 5 of Pentacles, I feel like there was a lot of devaluing here. Completely shut out, completely closed off, a very distinct and abrupt end. But you saw things clearly. The Ace of Swords underneath means you may not have been processing it in your conscious awareness, but on some level internally, it's like, oh, I see this. I get it. It's done. Got to leave that behind. But the energy remains. The energy hung around. So let's take a look at the Divine Feminine, the Empress. There you are, Virgo. So, yeah, you embark on a solitary journey here when this all happens. Worn out, working hard to integrate everything that has just gone down. This is like the past, so working to integrate it. Something out of balance with the twin in this connection, but trying really hard through the highest vibration possible to work through it, even though you're on your own. You're doing it in a solitary way, possibly removing yourself from everybody. This was probably a period of reclusivity. Of course, we, have all been forced to some degree to sort of shelter in place, as they say, for the past couple of years, but it's different than that. It was a real inner retreat, and to sort of integrate everything in a way that could provide a sense of balance to you with regard to this connection. So I feel like the energy remained, even though the physical connection sort of came to an end. And it came to an end in a way that was kind of caught you off guard. I know, every reading has had, I've been like trying to de-stress. King of Cups, 8 of Cups, Hanged Man. So this is where you are now. You're definitely opening up to that energy of abundance and emotional availability. We have the Abundance card here. With the Magician, you have all the tools at your disposal to either come from love and be emotionally available if you feel yourself as the King of Cups, or to receive the energy of someone who's emotionally available, and to sort of like, turn your back on all the drama. Don't buy into the drama of the past is what I'm saying. And the Hanged Man is just sort of that measure of self-control, right? Where it's said here, this summoning your power card. It's about pulling back, delaying your need for instant gratification, not dealing with anything that doesn't serve you anymore, manifesting someone with an open heart, or who is available on an emotional level, and that Hanged Man waiting for the downloads, waiting for the enlightenment. So even though we have manifestation, which is that card of abundance saying take action on your dreams, you're kind of in a phase where you're getting clear on what those dreams are and what they're not. And it seems to be centered around emotional availability, yours or the other person's. So now let's look at the 5 of Wands and the 4 of Cups. Wow. I think in time you're going to have an opportunity to work through it together. The Three of Pentacles with the Wheel of Fortune and the Knight of Swords underneath. There will be an opportunity to clear the air. Right? You're not happy about this now. There's all this disillusionment and emotional detachment and, just general unhappiness and feeling out of sorts at the moment. Conflicted even. You could just be feeling conflicted. It could be that Five of Wands is, I'm just conflicted. If it's meant to be that we come back together and we work on this connection, then we will. If it's not meant to be, we won't. And underneath, there is that clearing of the air card. I like to say that the Five of Swords is someone who can potentially get out over their skis and step in it, or who has been waiting to speak truth to power, been waiting for that opportunity to clear the air on their own behalf for something that was misunderstood by them, from them or by them, right? Like, let me tell you how this was for me. It was not a picnic. It was not enjoyable. I did not appreciate that. So I kind of feel like you're conflicted here. Present energy is showing as conflicted, disappointed, a little emotionally detached and distant, but open to whatever the fates allow. The Wheel of Fortune. If this is destiny, I'll broach the subject. If they're willing to work on it, I'm willing to work on it. But not unless or until I have my say, till I get to speak my piece. And that's really interesting to me, Virgo, because it suggests that that's why you haven't let go, and that's why there's that thread of a connection still there. What's done is done, and there's been a lot of pain, and I can see that, and disappointment, and I think it kind of threw you for a loop, but you haven't had your say yet. And if it's the very last word, you will have it. If it's the beginning of a new entreaty toward coming together and working together to reconstruct this connection, then you'll do that. But I have a feeling you're going to have the last word. So let's look at the Star and the Page of Cups. Yes. Yes, 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 yes. Okay. So I feel as if, wow. So you're both bleeding into this energetically. You both have regrets. There's the Five of Cups. Healing is surrounding that energy of the Five of Cups, and here comes the message of love or apology, which would be a wish granted, a dream come true, something you've been holding out hope for, that someone will come towards you with this message that's sincere from the heart. But we have the Two of Pentacles here, and the Two of Pentacles underneath suggests that someone is biding their time. They're waiting for the opportunity. They're looking for that opportunity with the Two of Pentacles, weighing realities on the ground. Where is this person at right now? How are they, are they open? Are they open, or are they all too focused on the past? So I'm feeling like there's a past focus. There's focus going forward that's dragging you back into the past for some additional healing, but also to grant the wish of the message of love or apology. The problem is that I feel like this is both of you. Not sure what the other one is doing. You might not be in touch at all. You may have very little idea of what they're up to. And so that Two of Pentacles is kind of everything's up in the air. Everything's up in the air. So I feel you're both ready to sort of mend fences, as they say, and to express your sincere messages to each other that would provide some sense of healing and allow you to move forward, but it's all up in the air. And then here comes the Knight of Wands. Knight of Wands coming toward the Virgo, that Nine of Pentacles. Whoa. Okay, so Virgo, I feel like whoever this is that we're speaking of, and you know who it is for you, they're the ones that have the need for an apology, because here they come toward you. Knight of Wands to the Nine of Pentacles, and there is Ten of Swords and the Devil. There was a diabolical ending to this connection in the past. Showing up here is the Five of Swords, but this person is acknowledging, in my opinion, the way it's coming through, that, you know, where this energy came from, what the Ten of Swords was about. Very karmic. Very karmic. And almost feels to me as if they're acknowledging some measure of manipulation. And they're coming back. They're coming back to apologize. If they come back, let me say it that way, they'll come back with a very clear message around what went on between you. Now, this can also represent the end of the painful cycle, but because I have the Devil underneath, I feel the Ten of Swords represents what happened in the past that already ended. So I'm looking at it from, yeah, sure, it could be the end of a painful cycle that's going to wrap up in the future when this person returns. But the Devil underneath suggests to me that this is something where there's like shadow lurking, ego lurking, old patterns, old karmic patterns of behavior lurking that need to be sort of offloaded and cleared and made up for, or at least acknowledged sincerely. So that's how it's coming through to me. Definitely an end of a painful cycle, but almost a return to explain it. To explain it. That was coming from a different part of me. That was coming from shadow, or, you know, things got very dark, or whatever your particular situation is. It can involve another person. I'll tell you why. Here are your cards of other people. Other people or person in the mix, pulling the little marionette strings, orchestrating behind the scenes a very diabolical plan. That's how it comes through to me. But there's all kinds of regret and healing available, and a wish granted when somebody shows up with a message of sincere message of apology. I just get the impression that you're both sort of waiting for the energy to be right. Something's not quite right yet, or not quite ready. But when it comes back, keep this in mind. Okay, so let me tell you who showed up. Scorpio in the Death card twice. We have the Moon is Pisces. We have Taurus and Libra in the Empress, that's Venus. We have Hermit is Virgo, Justice is Libra, Magician is Virgo and Gemini, that's more about Mercury. King of Cups can be Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. The Hanged Man is more Pisces. Sagittarius in the Wheel of Fortune. The Star is out twice, that's Aquarian energy. More Sag in the Knight of Wands, Virgo in the Nine of Pentacles, and Capricorn in the Devil. This is also Saturn, guys. This is also about learning lessons the hard way. So, if this is resonating for you, there is a link to the extended. I am going to continue on, and I'm reading for what the other person, how are they showing up? How do they see this situation? How they feel about you, or what do they think about you, and what are their intentions going forward. I will also pull a card from Spirit of the Universe to give you some guidance on all of this, and close out with some additional oracles. So if this is your message, you want more details, the link's below. Much love to you, Virgo. Happy New Year, and I'll see you in a future reading. Bye for now.